Just had to turn the washing machine, of course. It's I'm a stay-at-home dad. Just getting
great day for washing, isn't it?
Oh, huge day. Just trying to get through it.
I just meant with the weather.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got in early.
Yeah. How many loads you done?
1.
What was the over/under set at?
3.5.
What was match bet?
Not much. Just got the Ladbrokes it right up. Yeah, I've got the Ladbrokes right up. You can get like 6 to 1 for me not to do a load of washing.
Yeah.
Max bet $2.
I'll take it.
Grubbery.
Free $2
Speaking
right
of
there.
grubbery, Drew.
Yeah, let's start the show with a contentious issue, I guess. Terry Bailey had a blow up on Twitter on the weekend about the way punters have been treating him in a...
Punters.com.
Punters.com.au.
Which is an ironic name.
Changed from Punters Paradise from back in the day. He was upset in terms of it was the latest of an article where he's had his calling called into question, so to speak, I would say.
What's your opinion?
I think I'm probably differing to everyone. I think Terry is the best host at racing.com.
Don't say big shit like that.
He is. He's the best host at racing.com.
He's a very good host.
I like it.
Because now you just alienated every other host at racing.com.
Nah, it's not bad being second best. I think he is a good caller, but he does get things wrong from time to time. But I will say this, when he gets it wrong, he owns up to it. And he says, oh, sorry guys, like the other night he called Cash, his son Sandown and he said Cash Affair, and then there was another Cash horse 2 nights later and he's just called it Cash Affair, and he's like, sorry, I think I called it the wrong name, sorry to Connections. You know, he owns up to it.
His job is not to look after in-play traders and like everyone else in the world. Like, I think I'm solid at a lot of things.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I put in shit performances all the time.
We all do, yeah.
Just ask Amos.
There's always a weakness, strengths and weaknesses.
Like, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, continue.
Oh, look, I would say I've grown up a lot on Twitter the past 6 years. I had a fair crack at Greg Miles as he was coming to the end of his career because I didn't think he was suitable to be on air. Now, that's me having a crack at a legend as I'm coming into the game, which wasn't fair for a lot of people. Hong Kong Darren, who follows me, and he's on Terry's side on this, he'll know I had a crack at him for the first 3 months and he really didn't like it. We talked in a DM and I said, look, honestly, the fact you're calling and you don't know any of these horses yet. So you're not knowing their patterns, you haven't gone to all these courses, you're new. He should have been blooded in through the system, and I had a crack at him. But after 3 months, I like Hong Kong Darren now up in Sydney. So it was the system that let him down. Now I think the system's letting Terry down a little bit here.
I think the point is, whatever you did, you did, and let's sounds like you talked to him.
Yeah.
Terry's problem is that he obviously feels like it's been ongoing, and it's fun. Like, I think that Josh hates Cash, but I'm taking a piss out of him. I'm taking the piss out of him a lot. But like, we're mates.
Yeah.
I take the piss out of you, we're mates.
Yeah.
You can't just bully someone and try and get
that you don't know.
Provide cheap content repeatedly if it's offending someone. If it's not offending him, it's sweet.
But some of these media outlets and personalities, I feel, are intended to go and do that. For instance, possibly comes to mind Matt Chapman when he came out here for the Cox Plate.
Yeah.
His intention was the English.
He's the guy who was saying that Wiz could be beaten and isn't that good.
But his intention was to come here and stir it up like that.
Yeah.
And like, I understand he's actually got a very good. He's
got
a great
British.
He sold it perfectly.
He's got a really good eye though, and like that isn't his prime purpose back in the UK.
He wants the piss taken out of him.
That's what his purpose was,
yeah.
And like that's Punter's purpose. They're a bit of a fun media outlet, and I understand what they do.
I think,
and their articles, and it works for them. It gets racing Twitters on their side. Sometimes maybe they overstep the boundary, but I guess that's what.
I think that Terry, literally, his Twitter handle is perfect because he's a saint and he's a really valuable part of racing. It's like he's a what's the word I want?
A treasure.
He's a racing treasure. Yeah, like I've got a lot of respect for him. If he doesn't appreciate what they're doing, they need to stop.
Yeah.
The guys I've met at punters I really like. I like that. James.
Yeah, James
I don't know his last name, but
James
he's a nice guy. I reckon that shit's really funny most of the time. But if you pissed him off, you need to apologise.
Yeah.
So I thought they should apologise. I don't know if they will or haven't. Because it doesn't matter, like when you take the piss out of someone, if you might be joking, like I might say like, Walshy, you're short and you're balding.
Yeah.
If he gets real upset by that,
We stop it.
then I'll never say it again.
Yeah.
But he says, I'll shut up, you like, you're receding more than me, then it's on, we can taking the piss and having fun.
Yeah.
But if one of us got upset, then you say, sorry, didn't mean to upset you, just trying to have fun.
Exactly. It's kind of like, you know, if we said that Walshy got fined, kind of like Johnny Allen on the weekend for being overweight, you know.
I think that's a pretty rich. I think I got to crack that joke.
You got
It's probably a bit much, you fucking dropping fat jokes on Walshy, alright?
But that's the great thing about it.
Yeah, I've lost my train of thought there, the old cracking fat gags. I didn't expect you to ever do that. But the mailbag is Team Terry, right? Yeah, we're Team Terry. We love Terry.
Dara been suspended for being overweight.
Yeah, we'll have to have a chat about that later on. Anyway, what's next?
I think we get straight into just looking at the main event of the weekend at Moonee Valley, the one race to start with. I think we get into that, then we'll do some viewer questions after that, and then on to Caulfield. So, race 7, Moonee Valley, Friday night. It's going to be absolute stinker tomorrow, so hopefully it's cooled down a bit by then, but it should
Well, it's
still
3 o'clock now on Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
It is unbearable.
Yeah.
I've had to drop the car so the missus can not drive home, not walk home.
Mm.
They called the tennis off for the day, or for a
Right.
while.
It's still going on.
But they're having a break.
No, it's still going on the main courts. Roof's closed.
I hope the aircon's pumping.
Yeah, well, it's just. I won't say.
There's
anything.
gonna
I was
be a-
gonna say something, but
There's going to be a blackout,
it's pretty
Oh, hopefully.
just so they can keep playing tennis.
Hopefully.
Australian Open is grouse event.
Be good for
I
courtside.
took my niece there on Tuesday, went with Scoot on Sunday. So much to do.
How's it going?
Didn't see you on
Airborne.
Sunday. Didn't see you on Sunday. Thought we'd see each
Well, yeah, we're pretty busy.
other. Okay, yeah. Watching the
Obviously,
juniors.
we didn't
bit
have-
of, bit of scouting with Scoot. Those juniors.
We obviously don't have as much cash as you, despite the fact that you don't seem to need to bet very often anymore. But I was able to just get myself a ground pass and just have a look around,
Yeah. Grouse.
enjoy some of the music that was on offer.
Yeah.
Canadian clubs doing great things out there. I would say that.
Alright.
Couldn't tip Canadian club big enough.
Let's
You
get
really
on to
fresh
the-
out what they're doing.
Yeah, I
This
do
is
like
actually funny
Canadian
though.
club.
I'm going in. I messaged you. So what are you doing? Said I'm already here. Said thanks for the invite, you little prick. Messaged Drew. Said I'm going in. What are you doing? I said no, I'm still in bed. I'm sunburnt.
I'm still feeling
We're in the
that.
members all day. He's wearing a suit. Like,
It
was
was-
this your face?
Yeah, well, my whole face, literally. Like,
Floated.
yeah, I know.
In the big P&O shit.
I'd be.
On level 2 as well.
I'd be writing a message to the VRC there.
Play dig away.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's just how my skin is. It's absolutely screwed. Like, any little bit of sun. Like,
It was a peach of a day though.
yeah, but like, you guys would have spent 5 times the amount of time in the sun, and
Yeah,
Sunscreen,
get
mate. Zinc.
well, I got the Betfair sunscreen, so I should have put it on.
Alright, also, what do we think about the Daily Telegraph and Sky are tweeting about awards in London? They're paying like people to go there and take photos of it.
I did not see that, actually.
What's the man with like the grousest, the awesome best dude in up in Sydney? And I reckon he's an okay tipster. Older guy.
What, Burn?
No. It's got like the
Oh, Ray Thomas.
Ray Thomas.
Yeah.
I think Ray's over there in London just
Yeah,
on the
he
piss
is.
and Chris
Yeah.
just like going, take a photo guys, and
Saw someone on Twitter today.
the
like,
purple
saying,
haired woman's
just
there.
amazed at the hair.
The purple hair's like she's just travelling around.
Oh yeah.
Giving more
yeah.
interviews.
Steady.
Oh, Deb.
Bella.
Oh, Magic Millions, 1 week spending dad's
Was it-
cash.
was
She's
it
up
chicken
there.
there? Was a chicken man there as well?
Oh,
Yeah,
then
the
the,
owner.
Yeah.
you know those old like heavy white New Balances? You're not sure if they're runners
Oh, yeah.
or tennis
Like,
shoes.
they could be like giving out
Oh
for free
shit,
at
pounding
tennis.
them around
Yeah.
London streets.
Yeah.
No good.
Like those Oz
Oh,
Open ones.
no good. Alright.
Yep, so 43-degree day, 25 to 50 kilometre winds in the afternoon. It's going to be a very dry Moonee Valley track. Could be a bit of ice unless it is severely overwatered, which will make it even more biased.
I thought that the overwatering seemed to let up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was a really good. Well, it wasn't quite a boring track at Sandown, but it was very predictable.
Extremely.
And I don't actually know exactly the units, but we had a good win yesterday.
I will pull them up. I've got them already recorded on the website in the results area. So I'm just going to go through the field. Whispering Brook $3.80, Land of Plenty $4.60, Brave Smash $6, Red Cook Warrior $8, Fell Swoop $8, Malaguera $8, Runson $10, 50 Stars 18s, Manuel 41s, and Princess of Queens 51s. So this is 1200 metres, guys. Group 2, Australia Stakes. You boys want to start?
No.
Yeah, great race here, I think. Tricky with a few resuming. Obviously,
Is that the puntingform.com.au speed maps?
beautiful speed maps by puntingform.com.au. Show up with speed maps.
Yeah, Runson's going to lead from Whispering Brook. Manuel's going to push forward with Fell Swoop just off him. Red Cook Warrior could get a beautiful spot, one out, one back, but it's probably likely there'll be 3 abreast here, I'd guess.
I think Manuel actually might take. I think it's just going to go for a run, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's not in contention.
No.
Be a nice tough run.
I think we can cut the shit. Does anyone want to bet here? I'm not interested in betting, so I'll see for 8. There's too many good horses
At 1200 metres at $8, Red Kirk Warrior, I'm happy to have a small play on. I mean, I can go through this race and go, I don't want to be on Brave Smash, I don't want to be on Runson, I don't want to be on Prince of the Queens, I don't want to be on 50 Stars, I don't want to be on Fell Swoop, I don't want to be on Manuel, and I don't even want to be on Land of Plenty.
Well,
So
you can't pin Land of Plenty if they're running on it. Like, if they run on it, we'll win.
1200 metres, I want to take it
Superstar.
on. Yeah, I just think it's better over 1600.
I'd
Whereas
sort of forgotten
Kirk's
that
12.
Red Kirk had actually run once at the Valley.
Yep.
I believe earlier in its days, after its Hong Kong stint, and it did alright. So it looks like it might be able to handle the track. I thought it might not have been the track for it. I know it's changed its way in a bit, and became that really good Flemington straight horse. But has there been any sort of trials or anything?
Well, there's been a little bit of a trial report provided by the only Nico Noonan, but I'm going to keep that up the sleeve for the subscribers.
Yep.
I don't want to give it out because otherwise why would you buy it?
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way.
He's given a good report here. Basically, from his report, there's 2 first-up horses that we might back. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say the stable have it as their best of the weekend, just so you know, if you want to know if the stable think it's going alright.
Which horse?
Red Kirk Warrior.
The stable doesn't know what... The stable's opinion on their horses, I reckon, couldn't be less relevant.
I would rather them tell me, though, that they think it's ready to go, rather than them tell me that it is.
Do they think was Rona's Rock one of their better bets of the day 2 weeks
I
ago?
can't blame, though.
It was snicked.
Oh, it was terrible tactics, I agree.
And it wasn't Craig's tactics, it was the stable's tactics.
Yeah.
The stable needs to employ and invest a proper, legitimate form person. They spend a good amount of money on it because it's the most important thing that's holding that stable back big time. Their tactics, for the size they are really starting to do my head in. I don't understand why they don't investigate it a bit. Like,
Yeah.
some of the tactics they just repeatedly just like, what? Why would you do that?
What do we think of the placement of the human tripod on Brave Smash here?
Well, you know he's going to try.
Yeah.
So, you think Brave Smash is
a bit of
ready, though?
It does like the Valley, doesn't it?
I think Whispering Brook, if it jumps well, it's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah. I think it's going to have...
If it misses the start from 2, it probably won't win.
Yeah, it's got to be on pace.
There's a stack of talent here, first up, fresh.
Could have a run of race, really.
No bet race for me.
OSL.
True.
Move back into any other race at Moonee Valley you want to look at? I didn't think so. Caulfield, race 1.
I don't need to tip like everything. We need to keep shit to ourselves.
You're going to have to do odds because you logged me out.
Oh, sorry, I thought you pushed it off. Caulfield, race 1, crack the code, 220. Bold Ariel, $5. Line is the power, $6.50. Notation, $6.50. Embrace me, 7s. Double figures, the rest. Track play should be fast, so that suits horses that are sort of fast and on pace to an extent at Caulfield.
Yeah.
They can overwater at this track. Don't think they will. Well, Caulfield Cup Day was a disgrace.
That's what I was just thinking of. Yeah.
So, like, Caulfield Cup Day, I would have said the exact same thing led into it that I've just said now, and the track played horribly. So, you always need to just watch a few races, I think, before we sort of really get into a bias or a pattern.
I think your problem though for it, because that 43-degree day on the Friday, they are going to put it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly why I'm saying it. So it's not that they're incompetent at artificially watering a track
in summer
to therefore not have any kind of pattern is incredibly difficult, if not impossible, in my opinion. So when they're forced to put lots of irrigation on, the track's going to play randomly, or the insides are going to chop out. In my opinion.
Tell you what, the watering in here is going down a treat with these mountain goats.
They don't go .com.au, but they're established in 1997 and
Goat
they've got the road and a beautiful drop.
Okay, so what are you betting?
Are you guys backing or laying crack the code here?
Laying.
Laying or just sitting fence?
Laying. You asked me to, you didn't say the fence was an
option.
option.
The fence is like always an option. That's what punters are like. You know, you can't knack it, you can't lay it.
I thought notation suited.
Suited, yeah, here.
I thought embrace me again suited.
Yep.
Depending on what Craig does. Craig getting on scares me because I don't want a balanced, patient ride here.
Yep.
Which we might get from young Craig. So
I think
rotation with a good parade's a bet for me here.
I'm excited to see sort of what they do with Cosmic Rudy. Dunn goes on it. I think I can pen it off that last run, just didn't seem to settle right. Should get a bit of a better pace here. Can Matt well, but it could be in the all-hated death seat, as we call it.
Yeah. Don't give away the death seat.
I did say where it was. could be in Monash University.
Don't sue us, Monash University.
Could be in a car, listen to RSM. What torture that is.
Yeah, so notation.
Not betting capital of Victoria.
It's great having all the syndicators on this week though.
What's the pace here?
Too smart, aren't we?
Even to fast?
I think good to fast, but it is a small field. So, like, when you're reviewing the race and they've gone real slow, you're not going to go, oh, geez, that's a shock.
Well, tell me this though with speed though. Like, Newsgirl's expected to potentially be leading, but if it doesn't, you've got Notation and Fine is the power who are both Hayes horses. Because they're not going to take each other on,
There's 3 horses drawn outside that will be cast, or they'll need to roll forward.
Jamie Carr's going to do a bit of a...
She's going really well.
Yeah, but she's not a I'm going to roll all the way, keep rolling type, is she? I don't think she is.
Well, I'm tipping you big time early.
I'll be happy to spec Newsgirl here.
Last week she rode Belwazi to a career peak. It was backed.
Yeah.
And she was like cool as a cucumber on it. Like it was travelling for her. She almost got a Robbie Griffiths horse to win, a Robbie Lang horse to win, at huge odds. For a second I thought I was going to win. I think she went the inside. I think maybe I can't remember the last race. I think her last ride she went down the inside, which was stupid, but she can fucking ride.
Oh, after saying all that, I think she's an immense talent. I'm just more suggesting, I'm not sure about this race in terms of how it's going to set up out front. I'm personally, Thine is the power, I think is a group horse.
Yeah, well, looking at
Drizzy!
Looking at the sectionals,
they can't big guy.
Apart from the Flemington Captain Teague Stakes, they're all pretty impressive sectionals.
Yeah, and Angel just launches one.
I'm with you sort of there.
Its last run, it was just slow out. It had a lot go wrong, and look, it was at the end of its prep. I think they've waited 120 days to bring it back. They've done the right thing by it. Whereas you look at all these other horses, they're maximum 35 between runs, so they've all been up a little bit. They've all got a bit of, they've got a bit of fitness into them, so that's what we've got to beat, definitely. But I think the Hayes stable have taken their time with this horse. They know it's a good one. They're not bringing it back until they're ready, and they're going to aim at the right races. I think this is it first up.
Alrighty.
Righto. Race 2, guys. It's a 1100 metre little sprint here. Miss Norway leads the betting $2.75. Tiara Star $4.40. Queen Annabelle $4.60. No doubt about it. 6s. Miss Vixen 10s, and may as well Bellaria for the Chop King Ethan Brown $11. Joshy, you hater of cash. What are you doing?
Speed map.
Yeah,
Miss Norway.
No doubt about it. Leads.
Yep.
Miss Norway, OSL. Bellaria could take a sit here. Obviously needs further.
Oh, they're my ones. God, I'm dumb, man.
And then
I'm looking at both your backs going, fuck, that's exactly what I thought happened. They're the same horses I like as well.
the speed map, man. So if anyone wants speed maps, this guy here.
I went for a run today at midday, guys. I'm trying to turn my lifestyle around. It's a big sweat, and I think it's affecting my brain a bit.
Alright, so to continue that map, Valeria, I think we'll take a sit out the back because we'll just need further. We'll be savaging the line late.
Severe Sneak Savage.
Yeah, even though he doesn't like a sneak,
Triple S
he
threat.
likes to be positive because he's
following
smart.
next start, isn't it?
Yep, he's going to be back the fence probably. So it'll be Queen Annabelle on pace, just one back from the leaders. Tiara Star will sit outside her, and then Miss Vixen will take a sit out the back.
Are you betting?
Betting Miss Norway. Complete and utter excuses last start.
Oh, you gutless one.
So it's complete and utter moral for me. However, I would be saving the Adelaide horse Tiara Star if it comes across and storms in. He's had a trial between runs and looked impressive over there, but stepping up largely in grade.
I thought Miss Vixen could win. No doubt about it, can win. Miss Norway is the on top tip.
I'm going with Choppy here. I just think this Bellaria is actually a better horse back to the 1100-1200 metres.
A better horse back to 1100-1200 metres.
Yeah, that is 1400 metre runs. It's recorded a 21.78 final 400 around those distance ranges, which Miss Norway's best is about 21.64, so it's actually can match it the final 400 metres of this as a bit of a sit and sprint. I just think it's going to get run of the race. It's going to be there at the finish, and I'm getting double figure odds for an each way bet with Choppy on board on DK Wheel Horse.
It did go pretty shit house first up, last start 1200 metres Caulfield. Last prep, second, that was the second up. First up it ran third at Echuca, over 1200. Last prep it didn't see 1100.
Yeah. I'm taking a bit of a risk based on its replays and just what I've thought of the horse. Look, at the end of the day, kind of like on the pre-game pod on Wednesday, I said on the pre-game there's a horse which was, I think it was Connery or whatever its name was in race 3, right? And I said, I'm going to be guided by you.
That was pretty interesting. That was pretty well backed. It's not a favourite.
Yeah.
But then it lacked intent.
But you even said it was one or two away.
All day ran on and made ground and won.
Yeah.
And thank fuck it was only back to the movers, because the movers has been the most, like, we have killed a few Chinamen. Can you say that?
Did that?
Yeah.
Well, they don't, apparently they don't say it in cricket anymore. You know, like left arm Chinaman. Yeah, apparently they're cutting it out.
Oh, bullshit! Really?
Yeah.
Welcome to 2019.
I don't see any Chinese people playing cricket.
You can't do that. You just can't. No, anyway.
I'm just taking a bit of a risk here. I mean, once again, if you say from the yard, this is beautiful, it's ready to go, I'm very happy. If you tell me, like on Wednesday, no, this thing's still 1 to 2 away, I'm pulling my bet back.
Did you guys bet much on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Did you see the Zara ride on it won race 6, 7?
Oh yeah,
They just fucking let him lead.
Yeah, and Fred was on that thing.
Fred was on that thing. If you haven't seen a bigger in-play opportunity than Fred deciding to sneak OSL.
Street icon.
Oh fuck
and
me.
Yeah, and Yulong, I didn't realise they call Yulong Mercury like very elegant now. It's changed its name because it's.
It was bad. Like, it was so bad.
Was it having a seizure?
Yeah, it looked like it was having a seizure the whole way.
That seriously, like, well, I understand that happens. You expect it to happen race 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's race 6, 7, and I just fell asleep, and Zara just smoked the pipe and pissed in. It was unbelievable. It was fucking unbelievable.
It was a good win though. It did kick away, I thought.
No, I didn't rate the win at all. I thought it was just a great ride. Like,
we'll wait for the data to roll in.
Complete and utter PR.
Yeah, okay.
Which one are you backing next start if Fred got off?
Any horse he gets off.
Oh, that thing.
Oh, I just totally forgive Fred.
Oh yeah, like there's one later in this card actually, which is classic.
Probably the biggest sort of like
moral drop.
He's factored in racing at the moment.
Might have to do the stats for that. Fred off.
Fred off. When Fred comes off him,
Gonna have to crunch those numbers.
the nervous get on.
I think that's all that race. On to race 3.
Yep.
1400 metres, BM78. Markets Dicko.
Ground Break, $2.70. Ocean Deep, $5. Indian Thunder, $7.50. Jester Dreamer for M. Poi, $10. Portman for D. Oliver, 11s. Critical Thinking for the Tripod, 11s, along with the rest. Speed Map.
Oh, do you want me to do it? This is a messy one. I'm not good with the messy ones. They're just like the 6 runner fields.
Critical Thinking's going to lead. Simply Invincible.
No, well, don't say it's gonna lead. We Critical Thinking. We say
Gonna lead.
Critical Thinking could lead. Simply Invincible has speed. Kapolenko's got speed. Ocean Deep from 10. I don't know what they're going to do. Luke Nolan isn't overly aggressive. I suspect they're negative.
Yep.
Ground Break, Hunamosa's got speed. Ground Break should get a nice run. Portman, don't know what they're going to do. Carzio's been positive sometimes recently. Don't know what they're going to do from 12.
But it's got...
I highly doubt Craig rolls forward from 12.
Yeah.
But I do think there's enough horses that need to make a decision here that the speed might be alright.
I think
and
it'll be
it might
fast.
set it up for a couple, but if... I'll just get my tip out. I think Critical Thinking each way was a good bet.
Even if the speed's on.
Either way.
That probably suits its speed on, really.
I want to see a little bit of support for it.
It's got a nice, It's a complete ignore last from memory because they flew out front.
Drew, you betting?
They went 13 lengths faster than the overall benchmark for 600 last start, so that was just complete.
It's dropping back to 1400 though, from 2000.
Well, one at 1600.
A very sneaky little operation, I reckon.
Could be good.
Its career peaks are at 1200.
If you twisted my arm, I'd be betting Critical Thinking and potentially Ground Break, but this is a race that I want nothing to do with at this stage. Unless you find a complete moral from the yard, I probably still won't actually be jumping into it. It's got me just saying I have no idea what's going to happen here.
Yeah, you need a couple of scratchings just to thin out this speed map, so you've got a bit more of a confident feel to the tempo.
Agree completely, because there's horses like Jester Dreamer. Carzio is a prime example of you just don't know where the hell it's going to sit and run. You don't know where it's going to get to, but if you have 2 or 3, like you have Hunamosa come out, you have maybe Simply Invincible, and then the speed map looks completely different.
Yeah.
And then I'm a bit more confident of what's going to happen. But at this stage, I can't do a lot.
Yeah.
Not the way I bet.
I'm not keen either on much at all.
Don't force it.
Yeah, everything's drawn sort of wide. Like Carzio can run on if there's a good speed.
But Carzio could roll forward and sit outside the lead.
Yeah, it could.
It won't.
But I don't think...
Maybe how positive was it?
Craig would be smart to weigh up the options here that there'll be a mad dash for the front, because there might be some sort of on-pace bias, and you just lob over them. Thunderstruck.
Oh, sorry, I got it.
Righto, race 4, boys. Microphone. This is the 2-year-old Colts and Geldings. Microphone, $4. I Am Immortal, $5. Hulk, $5. Oxin, $5.50. Tempo, $8.50. Longer the rest. Speed map, not going to happen here. Not ready for it. There's too much to sort of delve into, and just be a big guess anyway. I thought Alberg represented some value. I think Microphone is overbet, so is Oxen off what they did. They were both very, very suited there at Flemington in the A1 part of the track, especially Oxen, who was just sucked into the race on Microphone. I could have a huge bet at any of these horses with a positive, a neutral trial report from Nick, and a really good parade. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think they need to be that good to win.
So
I'll normally avoid unraced horses versus the race.
Really?
Or for a launch. But I don't think there's much doing here.
I'll just say history on this race. So Longleaf came in off it. Longleaf, who won this last year, came in off a negative 4.5 punting form.
4.5 lengths faster.
Yeah.
Than overall.
Whereas none of these have gone faster than one faster, realistically. So you've got a lot of unexposed form lines, I would say, of what they can do at their peak.
Puntingform.com.au, Drew, which is what we love to use, one of the good things they do, I only saw this today, it'd be fascinating for guys who are just sort of getting into the game.
Yeah.
And I think when you start, you don't even have much cash, so more of the focus is like the analysis side of it. The average lead-in benchmark figure is 3.2 lengths faster than benchmark over the last 3 or 4 years, which you can get that for most of the bigger races. The average benchmark, the average time is 5.3 lengths faster than benchmark to win this race.
Well, there you go. That's the number I was
over the last 4 or 5 years. So that'll be a 5-length improvement for a horse like Oxen, who PR'd. Don't you think? We were there.
Yeah.
It's hard to see doing that.
Yeah.
Microphone, 5 lengths is a lot. Hard to see.
It's got ability microphone, so
I'd say 2.5 lengths going to win this race,
Yeah.
and I think we can find it either from Alberg, who will, if they're Tom pace, and which it well could be, he's a tough little goer. Like, can kick around the turn, give us a shot.
Yeah.
But I'll be looking for a younger horse, and a less exposed horse. So I hope that made sense.
Yeah, I think what you're saying and what the data's saying is there's nothing that's standing out at this stage to run what's needed with confidence.
Yeah, like sometimes the data, which we use Ponyform, because it puts it into a place where I can analyse it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the data is actually saying, fucking ignore the data.
Yeah. Yeah.
But don't worry about what these horses have done because they ain't good enough yet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Open
Josh,
race.
betting?
Nah, 2-year-olds.
Hate it. Smart though. There's much better like betting opportunities than 2-year-old racing.
Yeah. Agreed.
Nutcases.
Race 5.
Drew. What is it?
1,000 metres, 2-year-olds, Group 3 for the fillies. Do you have the market?
Catch me, $3.70. Jetta Star. Oh, hang on, this thing's just going off right now.
Other
so-
prices? Other horses?
Anahid, $5, $5.50. Pretty brazen, $9. What I thought was not suited and very brave in the microphone race. Shins Tizuo. Shia Tizuo. Shinsuo? Is it, am I saying that right? Do you reckon, Drew?
She saw.
Shizuo, $12. Oh, hang on.
Give us number 15.
Well, there's a lot going on here.
Give us number 15.
No, Shinzu is $7 at 365, which is rare their unders. It's $12 at tab.
There is a lot happening here.
Oh, hang on.
And that's hemorrhaged. There's only hemorrhage there.
Should we do all that too? We've just said 2-year-old races are poor to bet into.
You've sucked me out. Like, Ladbrokes have got that thing $6.
Overs are overs, boys.
Oh, that means someone might have had like $4.80 at it. West Point $11, Biscara $12, much longer than most of the rest.
What's the 15?
Orjuan.
Must be related to an Arjuan, I reckon.
An Orjuan. It sounds indigenous.
Yeah.
Schnitzel.
I'm saying it like it's Asian though, so.
It is. By that name.
Orjuan.
Drew,
you take it away.
Yeah, look, speed of the runners that we know, you would expect Anahid, Pretty Brazen, and Jetta Starter will be going forward. Catch Me, who is obviously favourite, I would not be expecting to be going forward. You got K McAvoy, the best in the business in the big races, on board. He's not down here to twiddle his thumbs. He's here for his Blue Diamond ride.
Yeah, he might also just be doing as he's told by his boss, which is the Snowdens.
I think on the puntingform.com.au data.
Do you want to ride Red Zell in the Hotham? What's it called? Everest.
Everest.
Come down to Melbourne, mate. Well, he's probably looking for a Blue Diamond ride.
Yeah, this thing has recorded a run that is 4 lengths faster than what was needed to win this on average the past couple of years. So the data's backing up this horse. I'm looking for a favourable trial report from Nico Noonan, and I'm looking for a favourable yard report in your top 4, and I have to back it. At the price, I have to back it. The data's telling me that this is a good horse. It's in the right race because it's 1,000 metres to 1,000 metres. The only thing I need is the backup of your 2 data points and the fact that it can run on the day, because I don't expect they will be pushing hard forward with it. So if all those factors come together, I'm happy to back it.
There's a lot happening here. Josh, what do you got, man?
11's about the...
Yeah, not much. But like the data on the toppy is pretty schmick.
Okay,
so maybe see how it looks for me and just launch.
What
I would just say, Tim...
Look, let me say this. I watched the replays of Catch Me and Anahid, the number 1 and number 4. It couldn't do much more than they did, and they've run huge time.
Yeah.
They run like five minutes faster than the benchmark. So I'm going to be Dutch banning this race. I've taken big odds Biscara because it's a horse I really like from the first prep.
Yeah.
17s. Just I'm not going to overbet this race like big unit amounts. Just small bets on a few horses. Biscara interests me. I have a lot of respect for Mick Kent. His horse interests me. It's $7 at 365. It's $12 at the tab. What the fuck is that about? That's really confusing. You never say that, do you?
There's a lot of weird stuff going on here.
Pretty Brazen, I thought was huge at Flemington, but I don't think is. I think it's under the odds at 9s. Anahid interests me as stack off its run. Jettastar $4.80 at Bet Easy, $4.60 at tab, $7.50 Bet 365, $7 sports bet. You probably want to have a bit of that on your side at $7.50 if you can. And I thought Catch Me was enormous, and I can't see it starting much shorter than sort of 370, 350 with the amount of depth and unknowns in the race.
I just thought that Pretty Brazen was probably not overly suited in that run against Microphone, being on the rail side, I think, and there was actually quite a bit of a headwind on that side for the day, I think. So it was probably not overly suited, but saying that, these fillies look much more genuine than the Colts do, don't they?
It's looking the fillies here.
Yeah, definitely.
Realistically, or not, you're seeing so
You tip the fillies early, you have to.
And yeah, it's not a surprise that you would expect that they will mature quite well.
Yeah.
What did you think of the one trainer I've been watching the past 3 years, and he always produces one that just runs really well and can produce up to a blue diamond and run well in these types of races, is kind of the Robbie Griffiths stable, and I think they're going okay at the moment, especially with a certain track walker on their team. I think they're going.
The trouble is, who's sitting on top of the things?
They've got 3 of them, so they've actually got an okay jockey on one of them. They've got 2 jockeys that are okay. They've got Bo Mertens on one. Would you be okay with Bo?
Yep.
Jai McNeil.
It doesn't matter, I'm okay. You're the boss of your own.
Jai McNeil. You'd be okay with?
Less than I used to be. He needs to find a...
And the third?
Yeah, the German.
Mentally, he's too dehydrated or something because he's just getting a few things too wrong.
Makes sense.
He's getting the grouse information off Peter Ellis.
Yeah.
Peter's not saying, hey, sit 3 wide without cover for 2.5 Ks, can you do that for me? And then just as you get to the turn, just snick it a little bit further back. You might have seen...
Auto race 6, BM 78 over 1,400 metres. Someone is going to give us the prices with the runners, Dicko.
Social Spin, $2. Leads the market. Goldie Fox, 4.6. Chevalier Dion, 9.5. Piemonte, $11. Nomathage, 12. Along with the rest.
Star Ooze, is that how we're going to say that one?
Leads him.
Yep. Well, should be on speed with Marston. Piemonte, Magno Sifa from wide, and even Social Spin from wide could be pushing forward potentially. Maybe better stick from John Allen though, so you're not sure.
It's a horse that likes to get forward, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
that's savage.
Johnny.
But yeah.
Nomatage, probably not a bad spot. Gets the right out of the barrier. Freddie though, so take it as you will. Start with you, Joshy. What are you jumping into?
Probably not much going here. Thought Piemonte, or however you say it. No, sorry, Goldie Fox had a very nice number on the Dada. Hit the line really nice, and it's Geelong Maiden. That is probably the one to beat against Social Spin. Thought Social Spin sort of had a little bit of a freshen up here. Should be well. The only thing is the tricky map. Could end up wide. Could be cast.
Basta stays on. He sat on speed last start. Do you reckon he gets that far back?
Goldie Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, might sit sort of like, not all the way back, but sort of midfield, one off.
Yeah, Basta's not really the type who likes to come from, out the back of the race.
Well, it's sat OSL did it.
OSL.
Yeah, at Geelong. Obviously a bit of pace on here. Dicko, anything?
No. I thought Piemonte appealed a bit. Social Spin's map is not good.
Great.
It's bad. And I reckon he's been given 2 really good rides by Ethan Brown and Danny Angel. This is the sort of ride I don't like from John Allen. Just like real decision to make from the gate. If Magna Siva is positive, I think it should be because it can win. He's in a tricky spot. If Magna Siva and Social Spin go forward, there'll be good speed, and then a horse like Goldie Fox could really explode it. But Piemonte, I think it's the right sort of price to nibble it each way if you want to, and even Star Ruse. Zach Spain does scare me, but I think it's got enough speed to hold a good spot from 1. True.
I'm doing something scary here. I'm back in Fred. I'll tell you why. So I can see there being 3 or 4 runners that are just going to inject massive speed into this race. I think Magna Siva had run of the race last start. I kind of want to take on. I reckon they're going to push forward. I actually do think Social Spin's going to push forward as well. So even though I was saying I think Johnny can snick, I do think they're going to push forward with it. So I've got the speed on that I'm wanting. Then I'm hoping that means Freddie gets in. He'll be 3, 4 back the outside, hopefully. It's just injected the speed that I want for this horse, which I think's got a load of ability. We haven't seen it yet, and I think the step up to 1400 metres is kind of what I've been waiting for it. So it's a bit of a suck it and see, but $11, I'll probably get higher on the day. I don't think it's going to be found. I don't think it's going to be backed. It's the 1,000 metres up to 1400. The bots won't find it. The data guys may try and find it, but off its last run, they probably won't. So
it's a 1,000 metre horse.
Well, that's the thing. I'm getting $11 to find out.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it was a $5 shot, I'd be probably laying it. That's the difference between the 2 spots.
Yeah, no, I get that totally. Yeah. It's a race where Social Spin's too short to bet, in my opinion. So I like Piemonte and Star Ruse a bit because they're lightly raced with upside.
Yeah.
Joshy, you hater of cash. Are you investing any in this race?
Just maybe nibble Goldie Fox if it parades.
The Fox. You love a bit of Coulson's Basta action, don't you?
And
You've been tipping
Stevie
Coulson's big
Basta.
time. He's up and about.
Stevie Basta or Coulson's?
Or both.
Both.
See, Stevie flew all the way over to New Zealand to heavily snick a leader.
Unbelievable!
I didn't catch Why would you fly all the way over to NZ to restrain a noted leader to the last?
You can just fly to NZ.
To caller, the caller fucking
gym.
called it forward. So
Yeah.
I'm going, that horse is going right. I don't reckon. Remember I said I don't reckon that's true elixir. He goes, no, he's called it.
Yeah, he did
Because
call
it
it.
was a bit blurry, the vision. I think it's not HD over there.
Is this True Elixir or True Excelsior?
True Excelsior.
True whatever they call
True
it.
Excelsior.
You just get me confused when you often refer to it as True Elixir. I thought it was a different horse.
True elixir.
They run 106.95 for 1,200 metres.
Listen, it was a poor ride. Well, it was poor tactics by the Coulson's team. I thought over there in NZ, they're probably over there for a piss up. They're still over there now buying horses.
Yeah, Karaka Millions this weekend.
Good on. Well done. Anyone who's living the dream, I respect. But the tactics seem inept.
Really, Simon Zara's going to So,
Really?
his house. I think we were chatting to him over the fence the other way.
Well,
Simon in.
obviously Mitch Freeman's the man for us.
Yeah.
He's the mailbag's trainer. But if we had to choose another
Got a name for the
if
horse.
we had to choose another one, I'd be going Simon Zara.
As said.
I just love the way he operates. Righto, anyway guys, we're back guys, a little bit of an edit there. Back onto the jars and we'll get through the last 3 races here.
Yeah, race 7.
Race 7 to 2,000 metre race.
Open handicap.
Galgaleo, 290. Lamborghini for T Hope, $4 there at Top Sport. Second ball at $5.50. Kauia, $6. Tarquin could have been huge. 13 for Fred. Bondiga, 14s. Longer the rest.
Honestly.
This is the moral.
What?
Galgaleo will win.
Map first, boys. Map first. Second bullet forward. Venga Mask. Tarquin, nice little sit probably on the rails. El Galil, 1-1. Just
Pipe smoking. Craig. Delicious. Look beautiful setup for
where's Talia? No hope sitting.
the rat here. Oh, who cares?
Sneaked.
That's what I mean.
It'll
It's at-
fall, you know, falls.
At the back last. That's what I'm saying. No
I
hope.
don't think there'll be good speed here, which Lamborghini wants.
Yeah.
I just think Aguilera won't be caught. Second ball, the main threat.
This is phenomenal, this training performance by Mara and Eustace to keep this Algael up so long.
Standing type too.
Running so very well.
Yeah, moral.
Whew.
Moral.
Yeah.
It's been a while since you've done a moral.
Yeah.
Will win. Barring a catastrophe.
How does Kauia go?
Cool. Second ball will kick. Run second or third. Aguilera will win. Won't kill him. Just get it done.
Yeah.
Craig style, you know.
Push it out to the line.
Crump Devil hit the line. Kauia hit the line. Bondiga hit the line. And Lamborghini will savage the line. But she'll probably sting us in the last.
And try to savage the line, but get nowhere near.
Anything else? We're just going to kick through that race.
Cool. Race eight.
I'd simply say I think Bondiga could be 50s on the day and worth a place bet. That's about it.
Yeah, can see that.
Race 8 is a 1,700 metre race, awkward distance. Found it funny last week that everyone was so keen on this, that Lorimian over 800.
I smashed them.
Yeah, but 800
Fun
metres
list.
is a it's like 2-year-old racing.
Yeah.
It's not like that common.
I think as soon as they went really hard and just broke the field up, it was just immoral. Like the way that
Yeah.
the race panned out, you're sitting there, you're going, fuck, why didn't I take 220? But then you look back and you go, that doesn't always happen. So you can understand why
Oh,
you just
it's
say
$2 turning into the straight.
Yeah. You take that.
Silence $2. Guizhou $4.50. Emperor's Way $7.50. Cool Shap $8.50. Wiener $8.50.
You sure that's right?
How am I supposed to say that? Wenner?
Vina?
Wenner.
Fenner, apparently.
No, it's a W there.
Well, I don't know, Clark King Keys came on the show.
Kenny, my boy.
Oh.
Yeah, Kenny, my boy.
I think Kenny would have a few stories.
Have a few.
Quick backup, winner. I'm not.
Are you betting?
No.
If I bet here, which I don't want to back Silence too short, don't want to back Weezo, sort of dogged it last start. Cool Chap will be the one here.
Cool Chat was one of those ones that Fred's coming off last start and he absolutely may have slaughtered it on the rail. Don't know where he was going. Looked like it was bursting with speed.
MyPainform.com.au note for the run is not suited, slaughtered. Fred off. Luke on.
You're a massive Luke fan though?
This is a nice ride for Luke, little pipe smoking job here. In behind Wiener. Cool Chap. I think it's going to get a lovely run. Silence, the most likely. And Magnet Power with a good parade, I could bet, but I doubt we'll get a good parade. Giving away a lot of angles today.
Augustin, I thought, can roll forward, especially with Damien Pipes Oliver on board. And
Got fairly
Could
beaten
get
by
it, could get it.
Sosabon last start.
yeah, I guess fairly beaten. I was in the Silence race as well.
Yep.
At Flemington. But if he gets a real slow pace, could just win. Emperor's Way
Yeah.
is an interesting one, bringing that down to Melbourne. What's its aim here? What's it going for? It probably needs further for me, but still quite an interesting runner.
Look, it measured up to a listed grade last start. Last prep over 1,800, so 1,700 is probably not out of its range. I was thinking that as well.
It's a group runner.
It's not the worst runner here. You're getting $7, that's a bit short. Like,
But is there
hoping for 10s on the day if I was backing it.
What's coming up, like in terms of group racing in Melbourne over about 2000? Just trying to think what it's aimed for.
Would have got an Australia Cup, but that's
It's probably just getting like a freshen up.
Not sure if it's
getting the floats, blah blah blah.
They had to bring a couple down anyway, so I thought might as well give it a shot down here, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, it's going for way too long.
Cool. Race 9.
Race 9, the market is as follows. Ronaldo Blahnik, 480. The Answer My Friend, 650. RB at 650. Mr. Moneybag, 750. Holbein, 9s, along with the rest. Good speed in this race. Going to keep it short and sweet. I want to back Holbein at $9. I want to back Milano Blahnik, who was enormous last start and can win again.
Manalo Blahnik is a group class horse. It is still in listed grade against listed grade horses. If it has any ounce of luck, it is simply just winning. Like, I can't put it any
Just needs to get out. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's about the ride and you're getting the right price. You're getting more than the right price. It's overs.
Yeah, has been trimmed from open 5.5 into 4.8 best as we're filming this. I thought Bring Me Roses, if there's any sort of trial report on it, I thought is interesting. It's probably had its easiest run in a little while. I know it was gone last prep, but it could pop back up.
Yeah, it's a horse that's run second or third to Grunt and not Cliff Edge.
Yeah, like it's got the form if it's there.
So it's got some ability.
Drawn 1, probably not overly too excited about that, but can push up with old mate Regan aboard before he sets a sail to Hong Kong.
Fair bit of info on that place screen, don't you?
Yeah.
What's the issue? Damaged and anything a bit dirty.
Oh yeah,
What is that?
I don't know. Residue.
Must say some residue.
One to note here is Mr. Moneybags coming off of the German slaughterhouse last up.
Was it?
Was it a slaughter? I don't know, but I think it was a bit of
Which one's been in the oven?
Mr. Moneybags. Money's been in the oven.
No, was that him last start?
Yeah,
it wasn't a bad ride.
No, I don't think it was a bad ride, but it didn't have. Got back and had to run on. It dragged in Manolo, didn't it?
Yeah, Manolo sucked it into the race.
Oh no, Manolo sucked it in.
Yeah, Manolo sat 3 wide and he thought, this horse been 3 wide going quick, probably going to stop, so I'm going to get inside it because I'm going to fold out when it dies.
Could do the same thing here, just run over the top of them. Inside could chop out.
Trap pad and key.
I thought Takedown really hit the line well last start as well.
And was backed.
Yeah, and was back, so it's clearly up and about.
Big watch Takedown.
Rock and Gold can easily bounce back. It's a pretty tough race. Holbein I was a fan of, but when I saw Patrick Maloney keeps the ride, I'm not a fan anymore. And Bring Me Roses is probably my only one for this race.
Right, I drew anything? Beaver or don't?
Manalo.
Okay, best bet on the card, boys. Algaleo for me.
Race 5, Catch Me.
Race 2, I think it was, Miss Norway.
And I just want to say Manalo's a very not too far behind as second best on the card.
Have you got a lay of the card, guys?
My value bet is
value?
race 9, number 11, Holbein each way.
Mine's race 6, Nomatage at double figure odds. And I think it'll drift.
Race 1, Cosmic Ruby each way.
Now lay. I'm going to lay Crack the Code early for Ollie.
It's not bad late.
$2.20, I don't think he'll win.
I know it's a bit long to lay. Can I lay Lamborghini? Is that too long?
No, you lay whatever you want.
I'm going to take on Guizo in race 8. I think 440 is ridiculous. It'll start 6s or longer as well. So, look, I'm just saying, I think at the price, if it was 440, I'd be laying it any day.
It's going to be a rock hard track, isn't it? So it's not exactly...
It's not suited. And it's going to be sitting next to Silence. I think Silence will outsprint it every day of the week.
And Dwayne gets caught napping on runners.
And you got some good types ahead of it, so yeah, 440, I'll take it on. Case Bet Cup.
I'll take Princess of Queens.
Ooh.
What?
It's the outsider of the race, mate.
You've got to take one at double figure odds.
Yeah. There's not many, are there?
There's 2. It's too low.
Run some.
Yeah, so I faked it just because I wanted 50 stars.
We've got all the products as usual. There is 1 or 2 spots on the movers, I think.
Yep, two slots.
Yeah, so if you want to get them, if you don't, You do you. We'll
And it is definitely the weekend that if you're looking to get on Nico's trial report, you got the 2-year-olds. It's.
If you were going to get the trial, if you want to try it, now it's time to start getting it for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
And
it's so worth getting.
And going over the numbers last night, because I was doing a bit of a promo that I'm just getting ready for Nico, is I've gone over all the numbers. If you backed every single horse in blue, you've got a very good, I'm saying very good, percentage profit on turnover.
And if you overlay that to many on male.
Exactly, even better.
Okay, viewer questions. Got one from Chris Winter, tipping the Ruffy King, tipping Mountain Goat big time. He's gone on to him. So we appreciate anyone trying. See what the email does. I can just say, glad you enjoyed it. Send it. Done.
Great.
Yeah, I appreciate the support, Chris. They are a beautiful beard.
Herbert is asking about stable staff asking for a percentage of prize money. What are your thoughts on that? I think New South Wales already gives 1.5% as a cut to stable staff, compared to I don't think Victoria does it. This is just what I've seen on Twitter.
I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know what they do now, but what I think it should be is up to the stable. I think there's too many like trainers who aren't very confident or great. That's a test score. We're back.
Who's on the unders?
Oh, Jesus. I might start laying them. I think there's too many stables like who aren't really going that good, who are driving Mercedes and living in big houses, while their stable staff aren't. Like, who are renting shitholes.
Let's be honest, you wouldn't want to do that job, would you?
No, so it's not up to the industry and the punters to pay people's staff money. It's not necessarily... If training was so torturous and so tough, there wouldn't be that many. There wouldn't be thousands and thousands of trainers. It's that simple.
And you're doing
I've got a hard time with the lack of. I've got no problem at all with stable staff asking for more.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't come. You can't just keep raping punters and turnover to benefit everyone else in racing. If that money, if the stable staff money came from a percentage, the 1% that Drew talked about from Magic Million sales and yearling sales and horse sales, I've got a pretty largely different opinion to what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
But I think it's like the hay stable should employ a full-time like form analyst, not a racing manager. A racing manager's job's separate to a form analyst massively when they're that big. If you want, like I think what Herbert's question is, it Herbert?
Yeah, Herbert. Yeah.
He's implying, because sometimes I'll say like poor strapper or good strapper or something. They like if I was a racing manager or a trainer or whatever, I'd be seeking out the good strappers.
Yeah.
And paying. How would you, like when I was playing footy? If I wanted to play around a club, how do they do that? Why did Buddy Franklin land at the Swans and not at GWS and anywhere else? Why did Tom Scully go to GWS and not to any other club? Cash.
Cash is king.
Pay your staff what they're worth.
I would not do the job that a stable staff employee does for the amount of money they get and the amount of days and hours they get. So I've got a lot of respect for what they do, because I just wouldn't do it for that. You've got to have the love of it. But I would also say there is that progression where you do have the opportunity to then become a trainer. Well, maybe 5-10 years ago you used to, but with the cost of land and everything these days, maybe not.
Well, the other thing is, it would be fascinating to see what happens to Weir, because his turnover of foreman, and so Peter Ellis is doing it.
Yeah. Like
not his foreman, but running tactics.
Yeah.
Then Darren. Little Daz with the cool hats. Darren Murphy. He quit. It's rumours to what, but I don't know, so I'm not going to elaborate on that. But he quit.
Yeah.
Well, he's no longer there. Now there's a young bloke there. Be interesting if that has an effect on what it has an effect on. I know that Darren Weir uses Dean Lester largely, but still, like I've seen the young bloke walk on the tracks, where that's what Peter Ellis did, and then Darren Murphy was doing. It'd be interesting if that starts to have an effect on the stable, because it's such a big operation.
Tell you what you can't read out on Live Air is the Sri Lankan wicketkeeper's surname. Dicko.
Is that the keeper? The gloveman?
Snatch.
Did you say you had a few emails?
I had a question for you about over whipping.
Yep.
$18 shot. Race 2 on Saturday. Gets beaten by a $50 shot that has been whipped 12 times before the 150 mark when the jockey has dropped the whip at the 150.
I believe that should have been... Was there a protest too?
There was no protest in that one. That was Cranbourne.
I believe that should have been protested and then protest upheld.
Because we're on it.
Because I was heavily invested on the horse that came second. Other than that, I have no opinion on it.
Oh, that was just sick. Just to look at the stewards report and go, we got bookies. Okay, this is something I want to talk about.
Oh, hang on, no.
They gave us 18s.
Just for out of interest, anyone else who's vaguely into horse watching, I went over the fence and asked senior steward Robert Cream, isn't it?
Oh, he's a big guy, yeah. As in,
Robert
like,
Cream.
the
He's a
top
very
guy.
nice person. He's told Walshy off, but Walshy needs to be told off. In my opinion.
Don't we all?
I went over the fence and I asked him, see how sometimes they parade the horses in the middle circle?
Yeah.
And it shits me.
Yeah.
And I asked, so I wasn't being aggressive or anything, so like, is they allowed to do that, or are they supposed to walk? It's like, no, they're supposed to walk.
What, as in, like, when they just get them in the middle of, like, the grassy bit and just keep them, like, doing a little...
Yeah, little laps.
Yeah, it's like, we only like them walking on the grass. I know they walked for a kilometre here on the concrete and we drove them here on a truck, but just for the race. We don't like to put them on that cushy stuff. Just keep them on the grass. Like, please, walk them around so I can see them.
Do you reckon they turn the taps on those middle bits of grass too?
Oh, is that why?
Look, I can understand from... There's a psychological point of what they're trying to do with that horse by spinning him around, or he or she, and I can understand what they're trying to do.
I don't know. How can you...
Give us at least one full parade, bare minimum.
If you can't walk a lap around parade yard, you shouldn't be able to ride and race.
I think what it should say is you've got to do at least one full lap before you even take them into that spot.
Yeah, without the jockey on.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, anything else?
Luke sent one in wanting to know if we were hosting a racing party.
We've got to read out his question. Read it out properly, because we never read out his question. Bad boys.
Yeah. You boys can bring 5 other racing people along for a fat time that starts with beer at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Not sure I'm getting up at 8. Continuing throughout the day and finishing off at Katamoji.
Is that Tom Melbourne's house or?
Stacey Bonds.
Cecil Street.
Yeah.
Who's invited and why? Who's got Group 1 quality all over them?
Alright, well I want Smurden.
He drives Ubers now.
That's what I was going to say. Like he'll have all the
He's good
grouse
for the transport.
all the grouse info and he can drive us in now. How much better Cecil Street or wherever you want to go are going to be if you're cashed up?
Yeah, true.
Robert, off the bat.
I think Tripod would be splashing the cash and shouting the boys.
Choppy. I feel like he needs to be corrupted.
You got to get the green man on. So yeah, definitely he's a bit green, but I reckon you get enough and go on. Choppy.
Hutchie.
Oh, yeah, he's just the all timer.
Does that have 2 people off TV?
How's this?
No, just racing people.
I'll tweet this on the show. That how good is this for Choppy? He started following Hugh Bowman, if you can see that on the front.
If it
Chop
doesn't,
follows Chop.
I'd take Hutchie. I'd take
You're gonna offend someone if you don't put him in.
I'd take the blonde bird that works with Peter Anthony's.
Brittany.
No. If I took 5 people from the racing industry, I'd take you 2, TG and Roscoe, and I'd let Walshy out of it.
Would you take Georgina Carr, right?
No, he's huge on you, Georgie, if you're watching the show. He's massive on you. He's like, I'm taking the piss, I'm a married man with a kid. He's not. He's available, and he's very, very interested. Because he's a bit short too, so he likes the real short women.
Someone pass this on to Georgie as well. We'd love to see her reaction.
What is that? So,
No, I reckon Walshy's great when he's on the piss.
Oh, did you see that Betfair event the last one?
Exactly.
He overraced. He was like the cleaner, but without stamina.
He was gone.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but part 1 or whatever.
Yeah, part
The $50 bet this week will be cash bet by me.
Okay.
So you comment on below on the show, the highest paying dividend on the tote.
Yep.
The VOP.
The VOP.
VOP.
The VOP. Don't lie when TV who looks after the punters. See, he is the only caller, which punters don't understand because they don't really bet. Punters.com. He goes, it's $4.50 on the VOP, but it's well and truly blowing on the exchange.
Yeah. Like next thing you know, it's
information, Terry. Thank you, Terry.
It's like Betfair Riders or something.
Well, why are we doing tote? Why not BSP?
Okay, correct. Wait.
Yeah, BSP. 20% better odds normally.
Yeah, so the highest paying BSP on betfair.com.au if you're not being there.
BSP.
BS whatever.
BSP.
BSP on Betfair. The highest paying comment will get a $50 cash bet from me next week. I'll go and put it on for you at the races. Okay? That'll do it, so that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm losing concentration big time. Sri Lankans are too.